Check, check. K6USY, Delta Mike 06. Hello. Check. K6USY, testing.
Okay. Check. Test. K6VBG, testing. Good evening, Aaron.
That's a call to arms, you know.
Yeah, I've heard that, Mike. I've always heard that. K6VBG 971, check in.
Okay, we got you, Dave. Good evening.
Well, good evening.
And K6USY 1079.
Hey, Aaron, can you hear me up here?
Yes, I can, but I'm not going to acknowledge you mocking me on the air.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, didn't know you were so sensitive. Sorry about that.
I have some news for you guys. Neither one of you need this, of course. But Frank has put a beacon on 432, and it's on 432 260. I think Aaron already knows that. It won't be on now until after the net. And after the net, if you guys could go up and take a peek at it and then report back on how you're hearing it and so on. It's beaming generally toward the Bay Area, a little bit north of the Bay Area. But it's pounding in down here very loud, and I'm sure you guys could hear it. But anyway, we need a beacon on 432, and the next one will be 1296, so we'll have to be working on that one too. But we thought we'd get 432 on the air first. Anyway, that's the news from here, so such as it is. I've got 7/8 of an inch of rain now since May, so we're starting to build up a little bit of water. I could see wetness on the ground. In fact, the grass that we raked off the hillside that was dry as a bone last week is now pretty soggy and hard to burn. It's smoldering on the hillside, as Aaron saw when he was up here. So, is the streaming working okay, Aaron?
Yes, sir. We're up and running. That's why I was throwing out my call sign a couple times there, just to make sure that we had audio coming through the system. So I think we're good to go.
Okay, and you should have heard your answer there.
Yep, yeah, everything's working. K6USY.
Okay. Very good. Let's see. Gosh, Dave, I had something to tell you, and I can't remember now what it is, but that doesn't matter. This is a funny situation. My monitor is really hitting me hard again. Aaron, I don't know what you what you've done. It just seems like this thing keeps coming up and getting louder and louder in my ears. Over.
I wonder if your Bluetooth module is doing something weird.
Well, you're not louder.
Yeah, and I'm not touching anything else, so yeah, I wonder what's going on there. Unless you're, I don't know, are your hearing aids dynamic or something and compensating for, I don't know.
Well, I wish they would be. Sometimes they don't seem to have very much AGC, let's put it that way. Anyway, not to worry, we can live with it.
Sorry.
That's okay. Good morning. Good evening. W6BBS with the beacon going on in the background or in the signal. K6MYC. Good evening, Frank. And it's too bad you missed. You got away about 15 minutes too early. Aaron, we had a glitch here. The power went off here overnight. I forgot to switch over to PG&E. And apparently about 7 o'clock this morning, Matt must have gotten up and thrown the switch. In the process, however, the computer here that we're using for the streaming went off and didn't come back on. And we couldn't get it on. I turned it back on, but it wouldn't light up. And Aaron finally had to make a trip up here and just tell Windows or Microsoft that it's okay, you can come up even if you get turned off and turned back on quickly in a couple of seconds. Over. So he came up and reset it. Everything's fine, and we've got it set up now so that the computer goes off at, what did you say, goes off at 9 in the evening? No, it comes on in the morning at 9. No, what is it? Tell us again, Aaron.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I had the beacon software turned off and when I tuned back down here, but apparently it was on. And so I will fire that up for a few minutes after the net. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to fire it up tonight after the net, but I will run the beacon from, say, roughly 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night on 432 260 for the moment, for the next week or so, and just see what the response is so you can announce that. And I'll work on, getting my hardware put together, so I'm not doing it with a computer, that I'll actually have hardware and so on and so forth. So anyways, I'm here and I'm tired and I'm cold. I gotta start some heat out here. It's cold out here. I was in, we had dinner and I was in watching the football game with Jen, so I just walked in the shack. K6MYC and the group W6BBS.
Okay, well, you doubled me a little bit there. So I don't know what you said in the beginning. But we got it. Everybody's got it. So he's going to run the beacon starting at 7 in the morning. He won't turn it on tonight. I thought we were going to turn it on tonight, but he's pretty tired and doesn't want to have to remember to get out later, an hour after the net, and turn it off. So you'll have to listen for the beacon tomorrow on 432.260. So there you go. Okay, I'm beaming down toward KB6RQU, so Rick, if you're down there, come on in, K6MYC.
Yeah, KB6RQU.
KE6VON 1040.
Not like the last one. Bozo 61, over.
Yeah, I got your Bozo 61. Good evening. And did you get some rain down there finally?
Oh, I got 2.5 inches on 1 inch.
I'm sorry, a very funny fade on that. Say it again.
1 inch, over.
Oh, 1 inch. Okay, well, you got about the same amount I got then. I'm sitting here at 7/8 of an inch, so that's pretty close to the same amount. Very good. Glad to know that happened. Good evening to you, Adam, KE6VON, K6MYC.
Good evening.
Forgot your number.
1040.
Just think of the tax man.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. 1040. 1044. Never thought of that.
KM6 SR. You could also think of 1040 rubber ducky.
Yeah, that works too.
Leave your rubber ducky in the tub and get ready to do the net, Rob.
Hey, Mike, just update. Your little saw is done and ready for you, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, it's been really hectic here with Matt's schedule and stuff, and I don't think he'll be able to get by there tomorrow. We'll see. We'll have to play that by ear. I'll get there maybe sometime over the weekend, or somebody can get there. Anyway, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I won't be home. I'll be leaving tomorrow about noonish, I think, heading out of town, and I won't be back until Saturday afternoon.
Okay, say it again. I was writing Rob's call in, and I wasn't listening to your times. You're going to be gone until Saturday?
Hey, firm. Yeah, I'll be leaving tomorrow afternoon and then heading out of town, and won't be back until Saturday afternoon.
Okay, just one day out. I wouldn't probably get there in that period anyway, but that remains to be seen. Anyway, we'll, I don't know what Sunday holds. We are going in someplace on Sunday. We're going down into Selma, so maybe on the way down to get see some Christmas Eve party. Maybe we can stop by there and pick it up on Sunday afternoon late.
Yeah, that'll work. I'm off work till the 6th of January, so I'll be around, with the exception of running out here and there as needed. But yeah, we'll definitely make it work. But no, it's all good. It's running good. It's cleaned up. Yeah, new fuel lines again. I got a new carburetor on it. I think the big issue was the spark plug was the boot was falling off because that wasn't connected, and then opened up the muffler, so it gave it a little bit more performance. So yeah, it's running really good now, even better than before. Opening up the muffler really gave it a little extra boost.
What do you mean when you open up the muffler? I understand you make it less muffled, and that gives it a little bit more breathing. But is that what actually happens, and what do you do to do that?
Yep, that's exactly it. Go inside and make the holes a little bigger. If they have the baffles, you open up the baffles. Yeah, it gets a little louder, but it flows more exhaust out, more air. And in turn, it makes the saw run cooler and pushes more air out, which gives it more power. I did that with one of your big Shindawas there, so you'll notice one may seem peppier than the other.
Yeah. It always is much more evident I'm not sure which one seems like it has more power. I'll have to think about that next time I run them. One's got a very dull blade on it right now because I don't have any more of those the shorter blade things. We still have to work out something on that. I'll bring all the blades I've got, and we'll see what we can sort out. It may be okay to leave these. I may not have that many long blades left anyway. But I'll get out all the blades maybe tomorrow when Frank is here. We'll see if we can collect all my blades and see what I've got. I don't think I have any short ones except the ones that are on the saws themselves, but that remains to be seen. Wait, let me see here. Rick, I'm going to tell you, you can listen for this. Frank is going to put the beacon on 432-260. 432-260, so you might try between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. in the daytime to see if you can hear that beacon here on 432. KB6RQU, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, KB6RQU, 432-260. 7 a.m.
Give me some more chatter. I'm trying to get you peaked up here.
Here, the beacon or not, and That'll be a good thing, yeah, 'cause I don't know where any of the beacons are, really, so that'll help me a lot. Nope, she's still turning the antenna around on me there. And I don't ever talk long enough, can't figure what to say about most of the time there. But anyway, how close are you now? KB6RQU, Bozo 61, DM05, over.
Yeah, got it. There's just some weird fades tonight. You get halfway through a word and it fades. It's just really sounds strange. I'm copying okay, and you're good and strong. It's just all of a sudden half of a word just kind of gets weak. It's a funny little flutter fade here. Anyway, okay, yeah, check on the beacon and then let us know if you can hear it. It's not beamed at you, and you may not hear it. But it is, it's up high at Frank's place, and the antenna it's on is a beam Yagi. And it's beamed toward, it's beamed toward the Bay Area, so you're going to be off the side of it. I'm hearing it very strong here, so maybe if it goes through me to you, it should be good.
Oh, okay, which way do I point for it?
It's at Frank's place, so point the same as me at Course Gold here.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to hear it right where you're pointed right now. Let's see if you can copy Frank. Frank, make a transmission. W6BBS, K6MYC with KB6RQU.
Mike, my antenna's pointed in the other way, cannot move. I can neither hear him nor will he hear me.
Oh, you still don't have that turned right. Okay. He doesn't have rotator cable hooked up at the moment. He made some changes. I'm stumbling around here because I keep smelling something. I don't know whether Matt's home or not, but let me go check. I keep smelling something burning here. Let me go check, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, thanks, Mike. How you doing, Rick? Old Bozo 61, KB6RQU, KM6SR here. Yeah, KM6SR. Yeah, good evening. Hey, Rob. I don't remember what your signal was last week. Can't keep track of our stuff unless I write some of it down, but that's kind of the way it is with me there. It's in a little weaker tonight. Of course, Mike does too. Maybe it's just conditions like always here on 432, over.
Roger, Roger. I don't think I had you quite peeked in there. I just, from memory, put it where I thought it would work. This is the antenna where I do a lot of guessing because the darn rotor doesn't work right, and the controller bounces back and forth. Anyway, so good to hear you there, over.
Oh, boy, you made a big improvement. You went from a 0 signal to a 5.
Yeah, I heard you come up a lot when I made that adjustment, so I was hoping it might work. Over.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if we get the beam set up pretty good, it generally is pretty good.
Yeah, they don't work so good when they're not pointed in the right direction, i.e. what Frank's got going on his, over.
Yeah, be anxious to hear him once he gets his hooked back up.
Yeah, I've been up there. He's got a really good location. I mean, it's kind of on the side of the hill where he oversees the whole valley and everything, so he's got really good location. I mean, he's about even with the darn coast range, so he doesn't have to go over it. He just goes straight over.
Okay, well, maybe there's a straight path there for me, too.
I would kind of think so. He's sort of where Mike and I are in a way, and we're getting to you okay, over.
Yeah, are you actually closer than Mike?
Actually, I'm probably a little bit further away, maybe a couple miles, maybe, but I'm a bit west of Mike, so I might have a different valley I'm going through to get down to you here. I'm probably about 8, maybe 10 miles west of Mike, over.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you're in a better location there because your signal is quite good, although it usually comes and goes a little bit with some flutter on it between us. But there's no flutter between me and you, and you're good, solid, and strong. You're in modulation.
Roger, Roger. I must have a pointer right there, because that's where you get the flutter when you're off a little bit. So Mike's got me on power and on height. So if you read me just about as good as he is, I've got definitely a better spot. Over.
Yeah, you got the better spot.
Well, I may not be pointed right at you. I point at you good enough to hear you well, Rick. It doesn't matter. Let me ask Frank another question. Frank, you're much stronger on the beacon than you are on the antenna you're talking to me on. Is it the same antenna, Frank?
Roger. Hang on. Okay, is that any better?
Yeah, well, that was, you were at 5 watts when you were talking to me?
Yeah, Roger, I forgot to turn it back up.
Well, that's okay. I thought, well, if you're so weak on this antenna, the beacon, of course, is CW, and of course, it just sounds louder. Probably isn't any louder, but it sounded louder than your sideband.
It was running at 5 watts. This is running the full 100.
Full 70, okay. 70 watts now, and Rick may or may not be able to hear you. Rick, are you hearing anything from Frank now? Where did you go, Rick?
Oh, no, I'm not hearing Frank over.
Oh.
I wasn't hearing him, Mike. I have a stupid question when you got a chance.
Yeah, what did you say about Rick? Did you say he faded out?
No, I hear Rick fine. He said he wasn't copying Frank, over.
I heard that, but he's almost gone for me. Give me a little more transmission. Maybe I moved the antenna too much here, Rick. Give me some more audio.
Okay, yeah, KB6R QU in the group here. Yeah, the signal did drop off quite a bit there, and a lot more flutter there on your voice pattern, so I'm not really sure what's happening. 2 weeks ago, you was really good there. Everything was set up. Maybe you want a different antenna on a different place there. No, KB6R QU. Is that right? Over.
I can't figure out what's going on here. I wonder if we haven't got a loose rotator or something up there, Frank. I'm going back and forth, and I'm getting Rick all over the place, depending on which direction I'm coming from. There may be 10 or 15 degrees of slop in there for some reason, and we'll have to look at that tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, very good. Not a problem.
Go ahead with your question, Rick. Rob.
Okay, on beacons, I'm not real familiar with them. Is it vertical or horizontal, over?
Well, it's however you set it up. But normally a beacon's... for a sideband beacon would be horizontally polarized. So, yeah, he's going to be horizontally polarized. The beacon signal is going to be on the same antenna you're hearing him on now, over.
Okay, yeah, I didn't hear if he acknowledged that or not. Okay, sounds good. KM6SR, standing by.
Rob, you hear the beacon on Breckenridge, don't you, down there, N6NB beacon down there in south of Bakersfield?
I'm not sure if I've ever tried. What's the frequency?
144,293.
Okay, I'll have to check it out and see, over.
Well, okay, yeah, it would be same direction you're pointing for Rick, more or less.
Okay, I got the other radio on. I'll see what I hear.
Okay. Should be pounding in at your place.
What frequency is that?
144,293.
44,293.
144,293. Yeah, up 53 kilohertz above us here.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's coming in pretty good here. Looks like an S9 at the peak of the sound.
Okay, play it for Rick so he knows what it sounds like.
Roger, here you go.
Keep playing until it IDs.
Thank you.
Keep playing until it IDs.
Oh, I didn't want to hog all the airtime there. I'll do that.
It's coming coming up for an ID right now. There you go. Do you read CW, Rick?
No.
Okay. Well, it deals with N6NB/B for beacon, and then it gives its grid square of DMO5. I forgot what the other two letters are, but that's the last of the grid square. Anyway, so that's what it sounds like. That's what that sounds like. Now, the one that Frank has will be similar to that, and about the same speed, maybe a little faster. Over.
Okay, and that's in Bakersfield where?
No, it's up above you on, up where the, for God's sake, I'm trying to think of the name of the mountain. It's up above you and to the south of you there, Tehachapi area.
Breckenridge.
Didn't you say Breckenridge, Mike?
Yeah, Breckenridge. I couldn't bring the name up. Breckenridge.
Okay, I'll see if I can point that way there, check it out a little bit later. Thank you.
Yeah, you should be aware of that one. It gives you a good reference point. If you can hear it, then you know that your system's working. All right, so that's it for beacons. I found the odor. I had, long story short, I had to wash a hot pad because I got oatmeal boiled over on it today. So I washed it and I laid it on top of the stove. And the stove got so hot it caught it on fire, so I had a hot pad on top of the stove that was frying the fireplace stove. But it smelled like food. It was cooking the oatmeal. Nobody's laughing.
I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, Mikey, that's bad.
Well, it wasn't going anywhere. That's on top of that metal steel stove, so it could have burned up to a crisp. But I kept smelling it. I kept thinking, what the hell is, Matt isn't home yet. Why does it smell like food cooking?
Well, I tell you all the time, I'll cook something for you if you need me to, man. You don't have to be cooking your hot pads. I mean, we can come up with something better than that.
Well, they're not bad if you put enough Worcestershire sauce on them.
Roger.
All right. Anyway, QRZ, 432 Bozo Net. Who else out there for check-ins tonight? K6MYC in the group. Holy cow. Got no N6BYH, no WA6OIB.
AA6S or WA6AAJ.
Boy, pretty quiet.
KC5BTU.
There's Carrie. Did we wake you up out of your stupor, Carrie?
No, I was just reading the mail there, just sitting here listening to you guys chatter back and forth.
So you heard the information on the beacon that Frank's going to have on now from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 432.260.
Yeah, I think you doubled there, Mike.
Who?
I don't know who it was, but it sounded like Rob. Go ahead. Guilty as charged. Sorry about that. I was just saying, Kerry, if you got nothing else to do but listen to us jabber, you got to get a life, over. I was waiting for my chance to get in there, Rob. Sometimes that could be a long wait, I know. Well, as they say, good things come to those who wait, you remember? Roger, roger.
I'm giving extra long breaks for those people with slow thumbs on the mic switch.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. KM6SR.
Usually there's long long breaks when I write a call sign down, so I'm not sure why that doesn't work. Okay. Anyway, Kerry, what's new? Anything? There was all kinds of news today, right?
A lot of stuff. I was in and out today. I haven't been able to keep up with everything, but looks like I might have a free day tomorrow, and I might come out and check on you and Frank and see what you're doing.
Oh, okay. He's going to come up and see if we're really just working or just sitting around eating peanut butter sandwiches, Frank.
Yeah, roger that. I'll lock the gate when I come in the morning.
Okay.
That's because you're trying to keep all the food for Mikey that you're going to cook for him.
Hey, if you want some good hot and fresh heating pads and whatnot, come on down. We got them.
Roger that.
I don't know what was in that heating pad. I burned off a corner of it, and it was, red coals on the corner of it. It's a red heating pad, and I burned off a corner of it. I stomped on it right on the cement right in front of the fireplace there, and it kept smoking and smoking, so I finally had to take it over to the sink and douse it. It just wouldn't go out.
You found a new invention, Mike, KM6SR.
Yes, I did. And it makes the whole house smell like I'm cooking oatmeal, too. Anyway, and plus whatever else was on that pad. Anyway, let's see here. One last call, K6MYC and everybody else looking for anybody that wants to check into the Bozo Net. Anybody within the sound of my voice, over?
Oh, I hear you, Marty is real strong. K6ERF 199.
Oh, off the back of the beam, K6ERF. Okay, very good. Good evening to you. We'll come right around in your direction there. We're just about done this way. So I'm going to come around and get KW6S, Ross, and then we'll pick you up. But I've got you logged in. You're checked in. So if you have to leave, I'll understand. K6ERF off the backside. We must have some marvelous propagation, K6MYC.
Yeah, we do, Mike. It's moderate. Not marvelous, but moderate, so it's working.
Now, what's working?
The console is working.
Boy, it is. It's clearly working. Okay, very good. Oh, good evening to you, Ross. Good signal off the back of the beam, no less. All right, let's see. And if there's nobody else, and there's nobody ever checks in from a Tascadero on 432, so let's go right on over to 275 for KW6 Sugar. Okay. KW6S. KW6S. I'm going to get up a little further toward you here. KW6S, K6MYC. Tom, are you there yet this evening?
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I'm here, and you're doing real good. Getting here, you were down quite a bit, and I thought I could usually hear you when you were down around the Bakersfield folks, but boy, tonight I couldn't hear you till you got here.
Okay. Well, Russ broke in from Martinez off the back, and he was hearing me. So must have been all going off the back and none of it over to you there. Anyway, good to hear you. KW6S Santa Cruz, K6MYC, and we are live streaming. We also have information for you starting at 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, give or take. Between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., Frank, W6BBS, is going to put a beacon on 432. If you ever need a signal, you can listen for Frank. You can hear him, obviously. You'll hear his beacon. It's beamed right pretty much in your direction. It's on 432.260. 432.260. Make a note of that for now. And we don't think we'll have to change it, but it may have to move. I don't think so. We're not crushing anybody else's beacons. There's no other beacons that are active right now on the whole damn band, at least up and down California, as much as we can tell. Anyway, then we'll do 1296 as time permits here. And so there you go. KW6S, and then you probably, I think Frank's pointed at you, and maybe Rob can say hello too. Perhaps some others. K6MYC.
Very good. Made a note of it here, 432.260. And I assume the call will be W6BBS. And I'll look for it tomorrow. K6MYC or whoever, KW6S.
No, the call sign is a new one. It's 4Q2OM. Over. That's a joke.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't. I'm missing the joke, but I knew it wasn't a call sign.
Well, say it quickly. 4Q2OM.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll look for that. I don't seem to have much luck finding any of the beacons here from Santa Cruz down on the flat here. My friends up in the mountains, they can find them in various places. So it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be. I'm guessing it will be one that I won't have any trouble with at all. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, KW6S over to W6BBS. This is the antenna. It will be on a little less power than he's running tonight. Go ahead, Frank.
I'm pointed the wrong direction, Mike. I'm pointed like KR6MR up in that neighborhood.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to be pointing it west.
I will be, but I have no rotor.
Oh. Well, are you going to have to get out there at 7 o'clock in the morning and rotate it around?
No, sir. It's going to be where it is, and this is an experiment. The antenna will be where it is until I change it.
Oh, okay, so it won't be pointed west. You probably won't hear it. Its antenna's stuck right now. He's short a piece of rotor control line, Tom. So it's pointed up towards Sacramento at the moment. Over.
Well, I'll give a listen tomorrow anyway. You just never know when things work out.
Yeah, it'll be turned down. He's running 70 watts right now. It'll be turned down to 5 watts, but you might hear that weak CW coming and going. Over.
Yeah, I can narrow things down pretty good and see if I can come up with the advantage somehow.
Okay, very good. Anybody else? Rob, you want to say hello to Tom? Are you hearing him?
Yeah, I'm hearing Tom. I'm not sure if he's hearing me. KW6S, this is KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, KW6S. Boy, I kind of go along with the, you didn't know if I would be hearing you or not, because you're just really down at my noise floor, but I'm kind of used to your voice and so forth, so I can follow along pretty good. KM6SRR, KW6S.
Okay, that sounds good. If you're talking again, I'll try peeking it around. This is the one I can't tell where it's pointed, so if I mess with it, I might lose you totally, and I didn't want to do that yet. But since I've made contact, I'll try to peek on you. Over.
Very good. I missed parts of that, but I was able to turn a few knobs here and do a little better. KM6SR, KW6S.
And somebody give me today's date.
12/22.
Is that GMT?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. Anybody else for Tom before we go into the Bay Area? K6MYC. Well, we're coming your way, Fred. Good evening, Tom. And we will probably be on here on Sunday night, but I can't swear to it. If you listen on Sunday night and there's no net, that means, you know what it means? It means there's no net, Tom.
Yeah, W6T TPB is also giving it a try tonight. I was hearing him real good here, but he might jump in and see what he can do. And I think Lee maybe was here too, but he's pretty marginal on 432.
Okay, well, let me just check. KB6 Lima Echo Echo. Lee, are you here? I don't hear him.
I didn't hear anything either. And then it's got Steve W6 TPB.
Yeah, I need to have you call him in so he can transmit, and then I can see if I can find him with the antenna. Can you do that?
He just broke in fairly strong and say he has no copy on you at all.
Well, it's because I'm not pointed right, but he has to talk so I can find him, over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, Steve, if you can give a little chatter towards Mike, and he'll come looking for you with the big antenna. So W6TPB, give a little chatter.
There's also some CW in there, Mike, probably coming from Nevada, K6USY.
Yeah, good on the CW. I could hear it. I didn't believe I was hearing CW there.
It wasn't Steve. I don't know who that was, and I am not hearing it here at all.
Well, that's the Nevada guys. It's 8 o'clock, so we're running a little late here. Probably maybe N7 Whiskey Tango or KD6BQ. One of the two. We hear the CW, but I didn't get who it was. It was so weak. Great ears there, Aaron. Okay, I don't hear a thing, Tom. I'm swinging back and forth. In fact, I'm not quite back up on you yet. Let me get back up where you are. This should be pretty close to you, Tom. KW6S, K6MYC.
Yeah, that's doing pretty good. Yes, he said he wasn't hearing you at all. He gave a pretty good long bit of chatter there, and you didn't seem to hear him, so we'll have to go to Plan B somewhere along the line. K6MYC, KW6S.
Get his Bozo number, would you?
W6TPB, what is your Bozo number? Very good. Mike, it's 1080, and I should remember that myself for the income tax form.
1080 or 1040?
1080.
Is that a form? I didn't know that. We got 1040 down here.
Well, I could be totally wrong on that since I don't do my own taxes anymore.
Okay. 1040 is definitely a form. And KE6VON down here in Madera is 1040. But anyway, okay. I'm sorry I'm not hearing Steve. Give him our best. Tell him he is checked in. Tell him he is checked in, Tom, over.
Very good. Yeah, Steve, you are checked in, so you're in the plan here. W6TPB, K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, 7-3, Tom. I'm going to go up and get the guys in the Bay Area. Here we go.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, we'll catch you probably not Sunday night, but I should be here.
Oh, there you are, Mike. 86, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah, strong signal, Mike. Really strong.
Anyway, I'll catch you when we do. K6MYC, KW6S.
7-3, Tom, 7-3. KW6S and over to KD6BQ. I'm sorry, KD6SOK, K6MYC. Go ahead, strong signal, Fred.
Yeah, you're really 20 over 9. It's amazing tonight. Really good conditions. So, thanks for the information on the new beacon. 5 watts. I probably can hear it.
Yeah, well, you should be able to hear it. It may not hear it for a few days until Frank gets it turned your way. He's got to patch in a piece of rotor cable He's got a bad cable. The squirrel's been eating wire number green, and been opening up his his rotor cable. They've opened it up in two places, but they like that green wire for some reason.
That's pretty funny. Well, you know how squirrels are. They like to chew on things. No, that's great anyway. So yeah, I'll listen in the next few days and see what I hear.
Well, he made the mistake, and I've never had, I got animals. I got thousands of ground squirrels and gophers all over my property. Never had one animal eat anything in the way of cords or coaxes or anything, but everything lays on the ground. Well, Frank ran this cable up on a rope, like a catenary. So the rope is supported between a couple of places, and then he's got the cable running below it, just cabled, attached to it and hanging. But the squirrels can run on that, and they ran over and they opened up a little 3/4 inch hole in the cable and ate the green wire open. And he fixed it, and he put it back together, and it still didn't work. And then he got to looking, still no green wire continuity from one end to the other. And he went another 5 or 6 feet down the cable, and sure enough, another hole, and they ate the green wire again.
A green wire fixation with the squirrel?
I think green is the color that it should taste like a nice piece of fresh grass or something.
Exactly, or a green acorn, whatever. But no, that's pretty awesome. So yeah, because we don't have any beacons anymore.
Yeah, well, you'll have a beacon. We can't get KJ6KO to get going on his beacons. He had a beacon on, I think it was on 283 or something. I'm hearing some screeching in the background. Maybe I got noise in the background here or something. Let me turn this down. I don't know. Anyway. What is that noise? Can you hear that real high-pitched noise, Aaron? Well, maybe Aaron isn't listening on my audio.
Yeah, I'm here. It sounds like feedback.
Sounds like a fan.
Sounds like a what?
Sounds like a cooling fan on a power supply or something. It was pretty loud.
I don't know what it is. I don't hear it. And when I let go of the mic, I don't hear it.
Maybe TQL's online. He can record it and play it back for you.
Wow, that's weird. Oh, well, we'll ignore it. I can't hear it when I don't key the mic. I can hear it coming back in my ears because I have to be in the monitor mode here. All right, never mind. Anyway, good to hear you, Fred. And maybe Sunday night, maybe not, but Monday we'll look for you on 222 and on 6 meters. So 73s, have a great Christmas, Fred. KD6S, okay? K6MYC.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. You too, Mike. 73, KD6S, okay. Have a great evening. Talk to you later.
Anybody else for Fred?
Hey, Mike.
Go ahead.
Hey, do you have a fan in an amplifier or something that's kicking off and on there? That sounds like a fan is kicking on, kind of, sort of.
Just a minute. Yeah, it's the fan in the amplifier, but I've never heard it before.
Yeah, see, it sounds like there's a fan that's coming on for a few seconds and then shutting back off or something, is what that noise kind of sounds like, over.
Yeah, but it's not shutting off. That's what it is. When I don't listen to, when it doesn't come through my monitor through the microphone, it sounds totally different.
Yeah, okay. I thought that's what it might be. So, okay, at least that's a mystery solved, over.
Yep.
By the microphone, and then the fact that it's being fed back through your ears, K6USY.
Yeah, I keyed it 2 times when you said that. Say it again, Aaron.
Well, it's the thing. It's it's just a side effect of the microphone on the radio basically amplifying it, and then it's being fed into your ears so that we can hear you. K6USY.
Yeah, for sure. It's coming up immediately though, which when I'm standing in front of it, it doesn't come up that fast. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right. Fred, thank you very much. And let's see, who else do we have in the Bay Area? K6MYC Bozo Net.
Kilowatt 6, Whiskey India Sugar.
Okay, Kilowatt 6, Whiskey India Sugar on the backside. 637. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, thanks for coming back to me, Mike. K6MYC in the group. Conditions are poor tonight here, only about maybe a 5 by 2 at best. So I'm lucky I got through to you. And it's been a dry day here today, but we had maybe 1.5 inches of rain over the last couple of days. So anyway, back to you, Mike. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, you're coming on a bounce off of Mount Umanum tonight. I think I'm quite a bit south of where I normally hear you. Over.
Yep, that's a Roger. I'm aimed about 195 degrees, definitely south of the Bay Area, over.
Yeah, well, that's where you're bouncing off of, something about 270. 277, but it's kind of broad.
Okay, Roger that. Yep, well, that matches my antenna azimuth of 195 degrees. This is probably Loma Prieta, Mount Umanum, that group of mountains south of the Bay Area, over.
Yeah, Roger. Okay. Anyway, we're hearing you. Good copy. Do you have anybody to check in beside yourself?
Nope. I was just listening to you guys on the YouTube live feed, so that was great. I know when to put in a call when there's not another station transmitting, but there's just about a 5-6 second delay, so that makes it interesting, over.
Yeah, it can be a little confusing. It used to be a bigger delay. We had 20-second delay originally, and we've cut it way down, but I'm not sure we can get it much slower, much quicker than that. It's mostly delay, according to what I understand from Aaron, is because we're running video. If we ran straight audio, it would be quicker, over.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, so the video is taking probably most of the bandwidth there. Well, great. Thanks. 73 for now, Mike. K6WIS clear.
Okay, by the way, we're going to put a beacon on. Frank at W6BBS is putting up a beacon on 432. It should be pointed your way for a while. It'll come on at 7 in the morning and go off at 7 in the evening. It'll be on for 12 hours a day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., give or take. And it'll be on 432.260, 432.260, so you should hear it, over.
Roger. Yes, I got that information from listening in previously. Is this a vertical antenna omnidirectional, over?
No, it's a Yagi. It's the same one he's transmitting on right now. Frank, let me see. Are you copying Paul at all?
No, I do not hear Paul right now.
Okay, Paul's, of course, coming from the Bay Area, so that's why you're not hearing him. The antenna currently, he'll put a rotator on it, and eventually it'll be beamed more toward the Bay Area than anywhere else, but you should get a good backscatter from that. But right now it's pointed up towards Sacramento or Meadow Vista, over.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, so how many watts will it be running, over?
5 watts and an 11 element M squared, over.
Okay, well, I might be able to get that on the direct path even, so I'll listen out for that. Thanks, Frank, W6BBS New Beacon. Thanks for that info, over.
Roger. Okay. Eventually we'll do 1296, but I'm not sure a week or two away. Frank's ordered some beacon boards, and right now he's just using the beacon capability in the 9700, but he wants to get the 9700 freed up. So it'll be beacon boards, but he's got to put them together and get them all running, over.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, so it'll be a little self-contained digital board with a combination transmitter as well, over.
Well, what we need is, it'll be something that can run with an older transceiver. We're looking for some donations from people if they have an old crappy transceiver we can use to key. That's what we need to put these beacons on the air. So an old 432 crappy beacon, a transceiver. Will it work in FM? Can you key it in FM? Is that part of the beacon capability, Frank? Over.
Well, I've never tried to send CW over FM. I was expecting, to do a CW rig, or I could even do a sideband rig and do CW and sideband, but I don't know about FM. Over.
Well, that's the kind of radio you're going to find for free. But no, you just don't. You're not transmitting in FM. You're just keying it in the FM mode, so it's just keyed up like you're going for a full carrier with no audio.
Yeah, if I can use FM radios, then, old FM radios are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. But so we got to figure out if you can key it, if it keys from a microphone, you should be able to key it up, right?
Right. Well, the keyer that I ordered, the board that I'm getting, has an input for a paddle and an input and an output to plug into your CW port. And so it would plug into the CW port. It isn't set up to go through microphones or anything.
Okay. Well, all it does is close the microphone circuit, doesn't it? Or does it make tones?
Well, no, in this case, think of it as this is just a set of paddles, only instead of you controlling the paddles, it's electronically controlled by a little piece of code in the chip.
Yeah, but the point is that the beacon board that you're building does not put out a tone. The CW tone and all that is produced in the radio.
Correct. It's keying dits and daws.
But it's not. It must also key the transceiver on, right?
No, the transceiver, when you hit a dit, it transmits a dit. And when you hit a daw, it transmits a daw. It's going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but you got to key up the transceiver.
No, you don't, Mike. Right now, if I flip over to CW and I start using my paddles, the paddles are making the CW key. You just put it in full break-in mode.
Well, not all radios work that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, some old stuff that might have to have a key line, I mean, that can be dealt with, but no, typically you don't have to. You just put it in break-in, and when you're sending, and when you're not, you're not.
So the beacon board is putting out a tone then?
No, just think of it as a set of paddles that's run by a chip instead of your fingers.
Okay.
It's closing the dits or it's closing the daws.
So right now, at least until we try an FM radio, we don't know if we can make it work.
Right. I can't wrap my, because the FM radio is not made to create the tones. It's not going to do it.
Doesn't have a keying circuit in there. You're actually keying your radio on Vox. Is that what you're doing?
Oh my God, no, Mike. Never mind. Let's drop the whole subject for tonight. We'll talk about it tomorrow, okay?
Yeah. Well, there's normally you're running the radio then in a fast break-in mode, right? So you can hear between the DAWs and the dits.
Okay, are you talking about now, what I'm doing now, or what I'm going to do in the future? Over.
Oh, no, it would work, but coming through a transceiver, it's going to be keying the transceiver on and off with every dit, right?
That is correct.
That's hard on relays, isn't it?
Well, yes, but most radios you can put it into a full break-in or to where it just stays keyed down, and like that's the way and in fact, right now I'm using software in a computer, and it's creating the tones and actually transmitting on sideband.
Yeah, I know it is. That's what I said. Okay, I'm with you. We'll figure it out. Anyway, good enough. Anyway, we're going to try something that well, we need transceivers, but we probably need to start with a transceiver that's got the simple CW capability, a sideband CW transceiver, like an old Kenwood or something. What are you going to get for 1296? So?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I am.
Well, I have not gone down that road yet, Mike. Right now, this is just an experiment. Since I have the capability of doing it right now, an experiment, see what the response is, see if it's worth me going through all the trouble, and then I'll figure it out as I go along. Over.
Okay. So we will not be doing 1296 for quite some time, it looks like, until we can get a transceiver that works in that mode, at least, unless we can make it work in the FM key mode. We'll work on that. I got some ideas there. All right. Anyway, let's see. Who else do we have in the Bay Area? K6MYC Bozo Net.
WA6AXX, no traffic.
Okay, good evening, Ed.
Good evening. Yeah, the stream is great now that it's at your house, so we can hear everything. Then just turn down the computer when you swing the antenna this way and use the radio.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Until I start coming in direct. Yep. Good. And you heard the information about the beacon. Temporarily, it'll be on running with his 9700. So it won't be a problem, but it'll be on from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the evening, in the daytime, running 5 watts into an 11-element M² horizontally polarized Yagi. Over.
Yeah, where is it pointing?
Well, right now it's pointing the wrong direction, but when he puts the rotor cable back together, he'll point it sort of toward 300 degrees, which should cover all of the Bay Area and all the way up to Sacramento.
Very good. Great to have beacons around there, helpful. So very good. And again, the stream is great. So I appreciate all the work that went into putting the stream onto YouTube. K6MYC WA6AXX.
And it was work. Aaron's very talented at what he does. That's K6USY, and he had to come up today because one little glitch in the new computer when we lost power last night, because I forgot to put the PG&E switch on. So if we lost the batteries down below 50%, the PG&E is supposed to come on. It didn't. So we lost power at about 7 a.m. this morning. The computer that was supposed to turn back on and be ready, it didn't do that. So he had to come up and make a few more software changes or mods or something to get it to make sure it turned back on, no matter how many times it flickered when it turned off. Over.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it sounds great, and it's good to have that functionality out here for us people that can't hear you when you point your beam in other directions. So very, very nice. K6MYC WA6AXX.
And I'm happy to report that I've got almost 7/8 of an inch of rain. Last night we got more rain than we had in 6 months. Over.
Oh, good. Very good. So our rain is over for a little while, maybe a week or so, something like that. So nice to have some dry weather. Go ahead.
We don't have anything but dry weather. I haven't hardly had a chance to even walk in the rain yet. Our rain all came at night. Anyway, yeah, we'd like to have more though. Still no water in the flood control basin pond. Anyway, who else do we have in the Bay Area or thereabouts? K6MYC Bozo Net. WB6JNN, W6PQL, K6KLY, KT2G. Who's here? We go a little further up. Give you a little more signal in the middle of the Bay Area. QRZ Bay Area, K6MYC.
W6PQL.
Yeah, there you are. are. Give me a little more chatter. I'll peek on you and see where the path is tonight.
Okay, well, we've got a lot of others over here also. 775 is here. I think I heard Jim, J&N in here also. So if you get peeked on me, you'll probably be pretty close to them as well. And you're a little bit on the weak side, but I imagine you'll probably fix that once you find out where the path is. I haven't moved my antenna since yesterday. It's still pointed at you as it was then. So how now? Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, well, I peeked up on you. I'm right where you should be at 287. So hopefully we can hear Jim now. I did stand by for Jim and anybody else, but I heard nothing until I moved it, and you came in. WB6JNN, are you here, Jim? I don't hear him.
Oh, I thought I heard Jim in there. I know that the other Mike, 775, is in here also. Go ahead, Mikey.
Okay, go ahead, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Go ahead, Mike, K6MYC. Don't hear him.
Okay, well, you guys doubled. When I said Mikey, Mike probably doesn't realize that I was talking about you. Hey, Mike up there in Daly City. Mikey is Mike in Fresno. Mikey is Mike in Fresno, and you're Mike. That's how it works. Go ahead, Mike up in Daly City. Okay, he's not hearing you either, Mikey. He hears you on the live stream, of course, but not direct tonight. Over.
Yeah, I can't find a trace of him yet. It seems like the tropo is supposed to be really good. Russ and Martinez checked in off the back of the beam, and he was Q5 when I was pointed down toward Bakersfield, so maybe it's gone away since then. Let me see, Russ, I'm pretty close to you now. K6ERF, are you here now?
Oh, yeah, still hanging around.
We got a pretty unstable.
Look at your S meter here, but you've been running S7 to S9 all night long here. No change.
Okay, well, this is now peaked on you. This should be a lot louder.
Yeah, it's about 15, maybe peaks 20 over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, there we are. We had enough signal off the back then to get to you. And I could hear you, too, and you're only running 50 watts, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to run 70 watts, but the finals got a little bit weaker.
Okay. What radio is it?
It's the older ICOM. It's the predecessor of the, let me see here. Model numbers galore, yeah, okay, it's the IC910.
Yeah, okay. Well, 50 watts is fine. I don't probably be able to tell the difference between 50 and 70 anyway. That's just a part of a dB or so. Anyway, you're sounding good, and thanks for sticking around here so other people can hear you. They probably heard you a little bit on the streaming, but it's probably easier copy now.
Yeah, the streaming I just can't seem to tune into on YouTube here. I see everything else, but I can't get tonight's broadcast.
Oh, well, let's find out why not. Let me see once. K6USY. Are you here, Aaron?
I checked into the USY.
No, it's not. Don't want to use his call anymore. You can try going into YouTube. Did you try going through Bozo Net?
Oh, yeah, I tried that. I know what I'm doing. I just can't seem to find tonight. I found every other broadcast, so like for 10 meters and everything else.
Well, we don't do anything on 10 meters.
There's stuff all over, you know, all kinds of broadcasts.
No, you won't find anything if you go. The only one you can get on is the right one if you go through bozonets.com, BOZONETS.com.
Well, I'll do that next. I'll do that with my computer now. That'll probably be best.
Yeah, that's the best. It's right after the preamble where we talk about how the Bozo name got attached. It's right after that, I guess, and I think you click on it, you get the clown, then you have to probably click on the word live, but I'm not sure.
I've got a tab here dedicated to it, so I'll just go over to it.
Okay. I'll be in your direction for a few more minutes here, so let's see if you can get it. Anyway, let me bump back. Well, as long as I'm here. How about N6RO? Are you here, Ken?
N6RO had to go to a Zoom meeting. W6SSW checking us both in.
Okay. Boy, you're loud, too. Holy cow.
Yeah, great 10/9 signal from you up the valley here.
Go ahead. I'm just writing you in. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, pretty much clear day today. A little light overcast, but more sun in the afternoon, too. A little bit of fog this morning, but not bad. A lot of moisture in the air. I'm glad you finally got your rain down there. 0.7 inches. That'll help compared to what you had earlier this week.
Now, actually, more than 0.7, more like 0.875. So hey, give me all of I can get here. 0.875 or 7/8 of an inch.
Oh, geez, you'll be growing weeds before you know it.
That's for sure. I can hardly talk. I can't. When you come in, don't make any waves.
Yeah, 5 mile an hour zone, just like my backyard.
Did you ever hear the joke about the guy that went to hell?
Go ahead.
Well, he's in there, and you know that he meets the devil, and the devil says, "Now, when you come here, you got two choices. You can either go over here and get in the furnace and be burned to death continually on fire, or you can go over here in the sewage water and stand in the sewage water the rest of your time in hell." And the guy said, "God, I don't like fire. I don't like hot. I think I'll choose the sewer water." And about that time, I had a whole bunch of heads in the sewer water, and one of the guys says, and you can just picture this because the sewer water is right at the bottom of his lower lip. It says, "When you come in, don't make any waves."
Roger that.
That's the sewer joke.
I heard a slight different ending.
Okay, cool. What's the ending?
Okay, this one, the sewage water was only up to their waist, and he said, "Well, that isn't too bad. I'll take that." And no sooner than he got in the room, somebody announced, "Okay, coffee break's over. Everybody stand on your heads."
Oh, yeah, that was the other one. Did you hear that, Steve?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, everybody upside down. Oh, my God. I can always just picture the one where the water's right at the lower lip, and when you come in, don't make any waves.
Yeah, really. I can relate to that out here, man. You don't want to, especially high tide.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, Russ, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, did you get it on the screen now?
No, I went to the Bozo Net where they show the membership and all that stuff. I'm getting some other stuff on Bozo video, but I didn't get the 432 net yet.
It's right at the top. Right after the first thing that should come up on the Bozo Net is the explanation of how we arrived at the name Bozo. And then right after that, according to Aaron, is where the button is to go to a YouTube channel.
It's on a column that says, "Here are the times and net frequencies updated on 12/8/23," and then there's a live link right below that. The sentence right below that.
Okay, thanks. You guys go ahead. I'll check it out.
Okay, that made sense to you, did it, Russ? It must have. Okay. All right, thanks for that, Steve. And we've got you and Ken checked in. And, well, I could go back one more time. We're really running light in the Bay Area here. Let me go back to the Bay Area for a second here. There's the Bay Area again, maybe a little too far. So, Bay Area, Bozo Net. Last call, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Yeah, that's perfect. You're way over S9 now.
Yeah, you never know, do you, about this band? That's a tropo that Russ was talking about. He says it's really good tonight.
Yeah, it just goes away too quick. Okay, well, we'll see you, let's see, tomorrow is Friday. I guess we won't see you tomorrow, so maybe Sunday if you don't have family over.
Well, I won't have family over, but I may end up going to a Matt's wife's family's little Christmas get-together. I don't know whether it's an afternoon thing or an evening. But if you listen on the frequency here on 144, 240, and there's no activity, it means we're not having a net. Over.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. All right, well, you enjoy the holidays, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, worst case, we'll see you on Monday on 222. 73, have a good Christmas to you and the family and the wife and all there, Jim. Thanks for all you do through the year and all the constant check-ins on all the bands and so on. Wonderful. Good to have you. W6PQL in the group. Good to have everybody. I'm not picking out yours, but you're certainly there all the time, that's for sure. W6PQL, K6MYC. Okay. Anybody else in the Bay Area before we give up on you losers? Merry Christmas, guys. Boy, oh boy, the Bay Area is slim pickings tonight. All right, I'm going up to Sacramento. Here we go. Now, right about here is where we should have... We should have some Sacramento right about here. KO6KD, KJ6KFB, KR6MR. Who do we hear? K6MYC.
Yeah, KO6KD number 776. I think I'm close to being on you, Mike. Over.
No, good signal, Bill. Good signal. Now, sorry about this morning. I got up at 8, didn't get in here till 8:30, but I didn't hear anybody. I called a few times and figured, well, you guys didn't make it either, or you quit early.
Yeah, just rocking the beam back just slightly here. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. Yeah, nice signal, Mike. Sounds good. Yeah, this morning I was there till, well, I got in there about 7:30, and I kept moving from the guys up above us. Really splattering really bad. And so I kept going back and forth, and about an hour or so went by. It was just, I don't know, 20 minutes past, 25 past 8, something like that. I said, well, all right, I think I'm going to go down the hallway. I'm going to take care of a couple things. I've been sitting there for an hour sipping on some stuff. So I said, well, I better go down the hallway, take care of a little problem here. I was gone for about 10 minutes, came back, never heard a thing. So I said, well, I guess I didn't hear Bob, didn't hear Phil, didn't hear Greg, and I certainly did not hear you. So I said, well, time to switch it off, and we'll try it again tomorrow. So I'm sorry that I missed you, Mike. I was there, but I guess I stepped out at the wrong time.
Now, if you look at your clock right now, that's about exactly 12 hours ago that I called. Over.
I got 8:37 here. Yeah, I left right around 8. I thought it was 8:30 exactly. I said, well, yeah, I'll give you a half hour. And boy, I've got all kinds of noise here. What is causing all my? What in the hell? Do I have a lot of noise on my? What in the world's going on here? Apparently I've got a ton of noise here. I'm seeing all kinds of noise on my signal. Are you detecting it on your end?
Yeah, just key the mic once. Just key the mic and don't say anything. Yeah, a lot of noise.
Over.
Lots of noise. It's like wind noise.
This thing now. I have no idea what in the world I could have done, but my gain compression, nothing has changed. I'm not running over. Oh, my compression
that fixed it.
Okay. All right, how about that? Does that sound better now? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You can't talk when it's going on. Just key the mic.
Over.
Yeah, now it's so far down I can't tell.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't seem to be. I don't understand it. I did not adjust anything here, but well, something sure got out of whack here. I had to turn my compressor basically all the way up. I have no idea. Okay, just another one of those weird flaky things here. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway, sorry to take up so much of your time, but I'll let you get going, and hopefully everybody will be around tomorrow. So look for you then. K6MYC and the Bozo Net, KO6KD.
Yeah, KO6KD, K6MYC. I'm being hit by the radar at Beale. It's making pops every now and then, and of course it disturbs the AGC here. I probably got AGC on slow or medium, and it takes you out for half a second or so, but you also got really, really funny multipath. It keeps coming and going, speeding up and slowing down, but I know it's just the path, so the path is really weird tonight. Pretty good signals, but I'm sure all the other guys that are listening on live stream are wondering, why can't mine point the antenna so he gets rid of the multipath? But I've gone back and forth, and no matter where I point, I can't get rid of it. Normally, if I point right at you with a very narrow pattern, I don't get that flutter. That usually is another indicator that I'm pointed in the right direction, but it's not working tonight. So multipath flutter like crazy, over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, I don't understand what's going on here, but I'll get out of the way here and let you get to the rest of the net here, and maybe you'll hear the other guys better. It's probably just something on my end. 7-3 for now. Hopefully we'll see you in the morning, KO6KD.
Yeah, no, I should be there. I just flat overslept. I didn't even wake up till 8:25 today, and I picked my head up off the pillow, and I had a wet spot. I was drooling. I must have been really asleep, over.
Oh, yeah, boy, now that's some good sleep. Wow. Man, I wish I could get sleep like that. Well, you know, the thing to do, too, Mike, is maybe we should, for the time being, maybe we should just start coming in, at least during the week, at maybe 8:30 instead of 8 o'clock. I don't know. It seems like at 8 o'clock, no matter what we do, we're in the middle between guys below us and the guys above us.
Well, I still want to start early because otherwise it makes my day too long here. Frank was already walking in the door just after I got up. So I don't want to start any later. But you guys can.
I understand. We'll leave it as it is, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. 7-3, have a good night, and we'll catch you then, KO6KD.
Yeah, we can always move once we get established. It makes it hard to listen when you're listening to monkey chatter on each side, so it's either watching it carefully or listening for my splatter up on their frequency or down on the other one. Phil's group stayed in quite a while also. I heard them talking about signing, and it was 8:30 when they were talking about getting out of there and giving it away for the day.
Really? Well, see, I didn't even hear that when I came back, so. Okay, well, anyway, we'll try it again tomorrow. Good evening now to, and for everybody else on the Bozo Net, Merry Christmas, and if we don't catch you before Christmas, 7-3.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Friday, I think we're going to be over on, well, isn't it 20 meters tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, it's meaning the rest of the Bozo Net. Are you planning on running the Bozo Net on Sunday and Monday?
I'll be there Monday. I just don't know about Sunday night. We may have a commitment to go to a little Christmas party at Matt and Tracy's parents there. So I don't know. If you listen here and there's no net, then you know there's no net.
Yeah, I guess that would size it up. All right, very good. 7-3 for now, KO680.
Okay, and by the way, we're going to put a beacon on. Frank's got a beacon that'll be on tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. It's beamed right at you. 5 watts on 432.260. So you might listen for that tomorrow, 432.260. We want to know how you're hearing it. The antenna's stuck in your direction right now, but it will be kind of shaded over toward 300 degrees once we get it where we want it. It's an 11-element Yagi and 5 watts, over.
Yeah, what was the frequency again? What was the frequency for the beacon? What was the frequency?
432.260.
260. Okay, I got it written down here. I'd like to see if I could hear that then. Okay, very good. Darren's trying to check in, and somebody else is trying to get his information to check him in. So let me get out of here. You get the other guys. 7-3. Yeah, hi, Paul.
HA6KFB, I don't hear you, Darren. I don't think he's there, but I got him checked in. Thank you, Bill.
Okay.
They're talking to each other.
Paul. Thanks, Darren. Yeah, okay, Bob. Darren, Mike has you checked in. Thanks, Paul. Okay, very good. Well, I'll get out of the way, and maybe Paul, or I should say John's out here.
Okay, thanks, Bill. I've already checked in with Mike of Bay Arrow, but he's too weak in the direct path right now, and I don't think I'll be able to have a QSO with him.
No, it's just I wasn't pointed at you. This antenna is very sharp, Paul. K6MYC, this should be better.
Oh, okay. Yes, she suddenly popped up to 5859. Right, over.
Yes, okay. Well, it's going to be going up and down. There is some QSB on the path, but when I point at Bill, I put you in the first side and all. This antenna is way too sharp. We got to put these Yagis one above the other instead of side by side. Okay, Matt and his wife just walked in here with the dogs. So it's just about time to wrap this thing up. Let's see who else we have, and then we'll go to Nevada quickly, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. I'm running really late tonight. KR6MR, John, are you there? I don't hear John. Anybody else in the Bay Area? I mean, in the Sacramento area? K6MYC, over. KR6MR, K6MYC. Bill, was John here earlier? Bill, KO6KD, was John here earlier? Well, now I've lost everybody.
I'm still here, Mike, KM6SR.
Okay, I can't get anybody to respond up there. Paul, are you still there? K6 Whiskey India Sugar, where'd you go?
Yeah, K6MYC, this is K6WI, it's deep QSB.
Well, it's not deep QSB. I keep moving the antenna looking for people, but I'm not hearing anybody. Give me some more chatter.
Okay, I just got back. You're about a Q2 right now. Maybe use your antenna off my direction, or it's just a bit NYC in the group. This is K6WIS, southeast of Jacksonville.
Yeah, well, you're Q5 when I'm pointed at you, but it is a big, deep no right now. But you're Q5, Paul. Have you heard John, K6MR? Was he here?
Negative. I have not heard the KR6MR.
Okay. He's not coming in either, and I can't get Bill back to see if he was really here. I did check Darren in because he said Darren was here, but I don't hear Darren either. All right, we'll pull it for the night, 73s. Paul, maybe we'll see you Sunday night. If not, we'll see you on 222 on Monday. Over.
Okay, roger that. Yes, you faded down to about a Q1 or Q2. So I'll sign off and meet you on Monday on 222.
73s and still solid copy, but very weak. Very good. 73, Paul, K6MYC, going to Nevada. Okay, here we are up in Nevada. KD6BQ with your smashing 5 watts. KD6BQ, KD6BQ, K6MYC, calling and listening. Well, I hear you, but it's not quite Q5. Give me some chatter, give me some chatter, give me some chatter. Over. Yeah, 4x1, 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 Richard, 4x1. I got you all okay. 249, KD6BQ, K6MYC, 4x1. And I'm running about 800 watts, so you should hear me a little bit better than I'm hearing you. 4x1, copy, over. Well, it's a little bit down for 5 watts tonight. Normally we copy you. You'll probably have a peak here in a minute. Let's see if Larry's there. Let me check and see if I can hear Larry. N7WT, N7 Whiskey, Tango, N7WT, K6MYC, calling and listening.
K6MYC, N7WT, you're 5 and 9 right at the moment, 5 and 9, and number 657, over.
Yeah, big signal, no trouble, a little flutter, but I'm probably not pointed right at you. Good to hear you, Larry. Merry Christmas to you and Richard and Daniel. I'll say it to you, and you can pass it on in case Richard isn't copying, or if Daniel, of course, isn't there. But we'll see you maybe Sunday night. If you hear something on Sunday night, it means we're having a net. If you don't hear anything, there's no net. Over.
Roger. Okay, we won't just say 73. You can kick it over to KD7UQL. He's in there. Over.
Okay, kick it over and say who is there?
Daniel.
I don't think Daniel's here on this band.
272 is here.
Oh, you are here. You must have put the antenna up. Good evening, Daniel. KE7UQL 272. Go ahead.
Yes, Roger. It was such a nice afternoon. I went out and put up the 432 antenna over.
You sure did, and it's a very good signal too. Quite readable. And if you're watching live stream, you should be able to hear how good it is. Over.
Yes, Roger. That's really what I wanted to hear was how this one comes through on your end. Over. Okay, we'll go ahead and sign off. This is KE7UQL73.
No, I was giving you a chance to listen to it now. Listen up. It's coming up right now. Go ahead.
Oh, what I'll do is I'll back up the time and I'll replay this segment. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're very Q5. No trouble. Easy copy. Let me shoot it back over to Richard. 7-3. Have a good Christmas. We'll see you on maybe 222 on Monday night. What do you think?
Weather permitting, okay.
Weather permitting, okay. We'll take it. 7-3, Daniel. And N7WT, stand by. Let's see if I can copy Richard now on these upfades. KD6BQ with 5 watts, K6MYC. you in there, but the readability is Q2 now. I just can't get enough out of it. Very, very difficult, Richard, but good to hear you. Merry Christmas. We'll either see you Sunday night or we'll see you on Monday on 6 meters. 73, KD6BQ and 7WT to take it, K6MYC.
Yeah, 73, Mike, 73 from the November 7.
Okay, Larry, November 7 Whiskey Tango. Oh boy, I moved the antenna 5 degrees and you disappeared. I just came back. Very good. 7-3, Larry. Take care. Thanks for all your check-ins throughout the year there. Bye-bye. Okay. I think we're done with the net here. Rob, KM6SRR, and the group K6MYC.
Okay, I was even hearing the guys up there a little bit. Not quite good for a good contact, but I was hearing them over.
Yeah, good.
Well, Merry Christmas, Rob, and Merry Christmas, Mike. 73, guys. I'm going to cut out of here for tonight. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you maybe we'll get you Sunday night.
Okay, yeah, it's maybe, yeah. We'll see. You'll know immediately if you don't hear me. 73s, guys, thanks for helping out tonight. Good night to you, Aaron. Good job, and I think everybody's enjoying the live streaming. I assume that Russ finally found it there. K6ERF. K6USY for a final if you're there, K6MYC.
Yep, I'm here. Yeah, we had one little small dropout on your internet probably about 5 minutes ago, but it successfully recovered, and so far, I mean, I can't complain about that. You know, it's been, you know, as long as it's 99% reliable, it's working.
Well, I think Matt just got home, and he may have had his might have been glitched off in his workroom, so he might have just turned everything off and reset. That may have been what caused that, because he just walked in about 10 minutes ago, and that would be timing. So he may have, when we lost power this morning, he may have had to reset like you did on this computer. Over.
Yeah, I never completely lost connectivity. It was mostly just the connection to YouTube kind of dropped out, and then it came back up. So I'm sure there were gremlins somewhere in the system, but other than that, it's working well. I made some additional adjustments to the audio post radio, so not affecting what you're hearing, but trying to balance out your voice with everybody that we're receiving. So I made some additional adjustments, and it seems to be doing a little bit better. So we'll keep plugging along and keep making tweaks.
Okay, with the signal levels that we had from Richard, were you guys able to copy Richard at all on his first transmission?
No, the guy that was in there really weak.
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't. I didn't have it up loud enough to try and pull any words out, but yeah, it was pretty unintelligible.
Well, I got enough of it. I heard the call signs and heard him over and all the rest of that. It was Q4. I missed a word or two, but I got it. I was just wondering what level you guys were hearing. And, of course, if you weren't really dived down in there and paying attention, you would have missed it. All righty. Thanks again, Aaron. Appreciate you coming up and making sure everything worked tonight. Good night to you, Frank, and we'll see you perhaps in the morning. Good night, Rob, and good night, Dave, and whoever else is here. K6MYC, going that way.
Good night. See you in the morning.
Roger.
Merry Christmas, Frank. Have a good evening. T6BBG.
I'm surprised Frank is still awake.
I'm not.
Are we talking to a recording?
This is living death.
Go get some rest.
W6BBS shutting it down.
Double. Good night.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob. You doubled with Frank.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said I didn't hear the beep on that recording. Anyway, Merry Christmas all, and good night. KM6SR going that way.
Alrighty, good night, guys, and good night to all the people that are still listening on YouTube. We'll be cutting the stream here in a couple minutes. K6USY, DMO6.
Aaron, K6MI. This is KM6SR. I'll add you to the list and pass it on to Mike later on. Over.
Fantastic. I just got home, so I thought I'd check. K6MI, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, John. Good to hear you in there. KM6SR, clear.
Wow, John just barely snuck in there.
Aaron, did you get your antenna up?
No, because I ended up having to run up to Mike's house, so that's going to be a project for tomorrow.
Oh dear. Okay, well, all right. I hope Mike got on the air tonight.
Yeah, no, I noticed that the computer wasn't online, and come to find out his batteries died this morning, and the computer did not like that. So went up there, made a couple adjustments, and got it back online, and hopefully it should be able to survive a little bit better now.
Oh dear. The voltage, 110 volts went down?
Well, he runs off of batteries sometimes. He has a whole home battery, and he had his PG&E shut off, and the batteries ran out at about 7 a.m. this morning, and the computer just shut off. And when the computer came back on, Windows went into the recovery mode, and I had to literally drive up there and click a button to tell it to boot.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, yeah, I know the system. And it's sort of similar to what we got on the mountaintop, although he's got more batteries than we do. So I think we're going to have to get more batteries, too.
Yeah, I know he's got more panels coming, I think, and he might be. I think he already added more storage. The problem right now is just there's too many clouds.
Rain up on the mountain.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. So, alrighty. Well, thanks again for those getting the connectors on, and I'll actually, if I'm motivated right now, I might go run the cable up into the attic, and then that way tomorrow morning I just have to do the part on the roof. So, we'll catch you guys later. K6USY DMO 6.
K6MI.
Did you get him at the bottom of the list, Rob?
Roger, I did. He's checked in, as Mike would say. Over.
Very good. I had a couple ideas about that that we'll have to talk about at some point. If we wanted to kind of crowdsource the log to be able to have it accessible to multiple people. I have a couple ideas. Of course, it's going to involve using computers, so we might have to make sure you got a decent computer by the radio. But I think I got a decent solution for having a couple of us help log, and then that way it's not just you doing the backup log.
Okay, that sounds promising. Over.
Yeah, so there's ways that we can all be essentially editing an Excel spreadsheet online simultaneously. It would just take a little bit of setup and coordination, but if we had 2 or 3 of us in there, and then throughout the week, we just kind of know that at least 1 or 2 of us is available, and then we can just kind of make sure that everyone's getting logged.
Okay, I'm interested.
So yeah, we'll talk about that later. But for now, I think I don't know. I might go run up into the attic. I got a little bit more energy left in me today.
All right, that's good. At least it won't be hot. Over.
Well, yeah, it's a perfect time of year to be putting antennas up, especially on the roof.
Yeah, minus the wetness.
Yeah. Well, at least things are starting to dry out. So, alrighty, we'll catch you later. K6USY Delta Mike 06.
Okay, Aaron. K6USY KM6SR 73.